So this is Puma's first real basketball shoe after a 20-year hiatus. What do you guys think? Let's see. What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning into Sneaker News YouTube. Today we have a brand new unboxing here for you, but before we crack this one open, just do us a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button, please, and you will enjoy all the new videos that we post almost on a daily basis. And of course, turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we upload. You guys ready to go? Cool. So today we are unboxing a pair of Puma's newest basketball shoe, the Clyde Court Disrupt. Let's get it. So this is Puma's first new basketball shoe in quite a while. It is called the PUMA Clyde Court Disrupt. And if you've been paying attention to what's been going on in sneakers in the NBA, you know that Puma just made a lot of noise. They signed a whole bunch of top-level draft picks in this class. Guys like Marvin Bagley III, who plays for the Kings, DeAndre Ayton, the first overall pick, and even Michael Porter, who was projected to be the #1 overall pick if it wasn't for injury. But we're not going to go too much into basketball analysis. We're here to talk about the PUMA Clyde Court Disrupt. As we mentioned, this is the first Puma basketball shoe in quite a while. If anything, after a 20-year hiatus is what the brand is officially saying. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into the shoe design. We're going to talk a little bit about how the shoe is built. We're going to talk a little bit about the athletes, the release of this shoe, what this means for Puma basketball specifically, and of course, how they fit and all that great stuff. So let's just quickly talk about the build of the shoe. There's some key innovations that Puma put in to kind of make this shoe as best as possible. We'll start from the bottom. Inside, in this rubber outsole that features your standard traction pattern, is a new technology that Puma is calling hybrid. And hybrid is a combination of two key things. It's their Ignite foam and their new energy beads. So they're combining those two together to create one seamless piece, and they're calling it hybrid. And you've seen it in other footwear such as the Rocket, and you'll see it in other Puma footwear moving forward. So again, Puma's really trying to push their innovative spirit as well. And of course, the upper is built with their own knit technology that they call Evo Knit. If we look closely, you can see 3 different distinct patterns of the knit here at the toe cap, the toe box, as well as the upper. Of course, you have your classic undeniable Puma form stripe logo. And on the medial side is no logo, so it's just that clean, bright red upper. One important part about basketball shoes in general is that they have a heel cap, and basically if they have a heel counter, it keeps the heel in place, so that's a very important part of the performance aspect of a basketball shoe. But the shoe is relatively low cut because this sock upper seems to be just there for aesthetic purposes, because the build of the shoe actually stops right here at this stitch. But the sock ankle cuff pretty much traces down to the tongue. And you see there is a classic lacing structure which goes down near the actual midfoot right over here. So that's wide lacing system promotes that deeper lockdown. They seem to have the basics down when it comes to building a high-performing basketball shoe. It remains to be seen how well it performs. There haven't been too many chances for these shoes to get in action. Unfortunately, DeAndre Ayton, who is their big acquisition from this year's draft class, hasn't been wearing them throughout the summer because he played for the Arizona Wildcats. That's a Nike school, and he's been playing in shoes like Kobe's and LeBron's and the Hyper Dunks. Throughout the summer league, he actually did wear Nike shoes and just kind of taped over the logo. But again, that's just part of the growing pains. It's nothing about Puma specifically. It's just really hard to create the perfect shoe for a guy who's his size. And as you know, even LeBron couldn't wear the LeBron 11, and things like that happen on a regular basis. But this is the launch colorway. As you can see, they went for a very, very bold take. They didn't go for a simple, white and black, what you would see with like a classic Clyde shoe, but they went with something that's very noticeable. You have this bright red with this neon yellow. It's very attention grabbing, it's a neon shoe, but it's gonna be interesting to see what the brand's gonna do with colorways in terms of PEs, because now you have all these guys playing in other NBA teams, and the NBA's new rule says that you can wear any color you want, so it doesn't really have to match the jerseys. You might see, colorways for the Kings and the Suns and the Nuggets and things of that nature. Now that we talked about the performance aspects of the shoe, we're gonna just point out some pretty obvious design details. Of course, you have the classic form stripe logo. That's very a Clyde kind of thing. On the heel, there's a call out to 1973, which is the year the first Puma Clyde ever released. And of course, Clyde Frazier, he signed that lifetime shoe endorsement deal with Puma earlier this summer. And of course, at the same time, Puma signed Jay-Z to be their creative director or basketball lead. It really remains to be seen what Jay-Z's capacity is going to be with the brand. We know that brands just love to pay celebrities and just kind of get the attention of the consumer that way, but we'll see what happens. In terms of the fit, it does have a sock-like upper, but what's really important is there's the inner booty that really acts as the housing for the foot, so we would suggest that you stay true to size. The shoes do not fit like, your classic knit shoe, because again, knit for basketball shoes is pretty like a cosmetic thing. It's not really a performance thing. It's just to make it look cool. So stay true to size. If you're a 10, we're a 10. When do these drop? That's very important as well. Well, they're 120 bucks. They're gonna drop all retailers on October 1st, but these were sent to us. This is a promo box, so you'll just expect a black and white classic Puma box. The shoes originally dropped on September 21st at select Foot Locker Puma Lab locations, as well as Undefeated, Atmos, and Ubik. So they did drop them in limited number first, but these will be available in wider quantity beginning on October 1st. All the information about this shoe you can find, in the links below. You should definitely keep an eye out for Puma to see what they're gonna do this season. This is their first year back on an official platform on the NBA hardwood. We're probably not gonna see much beyond the PUMA Clyde Court Disrupt, but there's possibilities in terms of signature shoes and PEs and all that fun stuff. Again, thanks for watching. If there's anything else that you'd like to see about this shoe, just give us a shout in the comments. Of course, subscribe, because we're posting new videos almost daily. And we'll see you next time.